topic, and that topic is Torana Fort. So basically I'm going to explain you what was Torana Fort and what is its significance of Shivaji Maharaj, how he took the fort. So Shivaji controlled the Jagirs of Pune, Supe, Chakan and Indapur. So Shivaji Maharaj had this fort and he was managing the Jagir and the administration. All the forts in the Jagir were however in the charge of officers from the court of Bijapur. Now whichever forts were there in the Maharashtra, that were all in the control not of Shivaji Maharaj, instead in the control of the Sultan and that of Bijapur. And basically what they are telling us further is that the person who was controlling the fort basically controlled that area. So Shivaji Maharaj, instead he was telling that if I don't have the control of that fort, there is no use of dreaming also of Hindu Swaraj. So I have to anyhow conquer that fort. So what they are telling us further, a hill fort gave strategic support to the ruler and Shivaji decided to capture one at a suitable time. And fort which is located on the hill that gave an strategically and support. A fort which is there on the hill, it used to support that ruler from that area. So that was very important that you have a control on the forts, and therefore Shivaji Maharaj decided to have the control on the forts one by one, not conquering all at one time, instead capturing one, then the other, like that way. For this purpose he had selected the fort of Torana. Now he had made a planning and plotting, and he had his mind that I will conquer the fort of Torana. Now why fort of Torana was selected? They are telling us. It stands to the southwest of Pune in the Kannada Valley. In the Kannada Valley, to the southwest of Pune, this fort of Torana is situated, and still now this fort is over there only. It was a renowned fort well suited for defense. Now this is a specialty I think by Shivaji Maharaj basically chose the Torana fort. It was a very good fort, we can say. It was a very famous fort and it was very good fort for defense part. Like no enemy can attack like that way. It is not possible to attack. So that is a plus point, we can say. And there were two strong marches on the way to the fort. And there were two strong marches. Like that fort had before, two strong marches were there and then the fort was there. So going to that fort was not important. Now what is this machi? Let us see. A machi is a fortification of a natural plateau formed on the slope of the hill. Fortification means a wall or tower which is basically built in the past times to protect, especially it is built so that to protect and place. So this machi was definitely, these two machis were there to protect what? The fort of Torana. So that is what, and wall we can say of tower, this was basically built for the protection of some kind of place. Okay, and that fortification of a natural plateau. Natural plateau means what? And it is a large area which is at the top of a hill, we can say, and that belonged to that plateau was on the slope of a hill. Okay, so basically this machi was there at that region. And if you on the other part what they are telling, one of these machis was the Junjar machi and the other the Budhla machi. So there were two machis, Junjar machi, which the picture they have given us, you can look into that below, and one more was there and that was Budhla machi. This were the two machis in the way to the Torana fort. Junjar machi, like its name, could offer powerful defense against the enemy. Now as the name of Junjar machi, it was a very strong machi and it also was having a powerful defense. Like no one could attack, even that to cross that machi was not easy task. Like it is very difficult. So what was the difficulty in that? Let us look at that. The only access to the fort was across the Junjar machi. Now if you want to go to the fort of Torana, first you have to cross this Junjar machi. Otherwise there is no other way to go to Torana. So what we can say, the middle part before reaching Torana, you have to battle with this Junjar machi. It is a very difficult passage with high hills on one side and deep valleys on the other side. So what they are telling, this Junjar machi had so many hills at its one side, and in the one side valley was there. If someone's leg also would slip now, that person would fall into the valley and he would definitely die. So this was so much dangerous, we can say. Okay, and valleys, you know, it is generally V-shaped between two mountains. If two mountains are there like this way, so this place the V shape between the two mountains is called as a valley, and it's definitely a sloping part, right? If our leg falls into also that, definitely we are going to roll and we'll be at the bottom and don't know. Probably the most chances are of death only. Correct? Yes. So a careless person may Torana was considered one of the strongest force due to all this dangerous fundamental, what we can tell, due to this all dangerous situation. Maybe Torana was considered a very strong fort at that time, and that also in Maharashtra. In the fort there is a temple of goddess Toranjai, and that is why the fort is called Torana. Now, what is the scientific reason why that fort was called as Torana? That fort was called as Torana because there was a temple in that fort, and the name of the goddess was Toranjai. So that is why basically from her name the fort got the name Torana. Strangely enough, this powerful fort was neglected by Adil Shah. There were neither enough troops for his defense nor enough ammunition. So, what is the mistake by Adil Shah? That he did not care for the fort of Torana. He took it very lightly. That is why what he did, he kept very few weapons or arms. Ammunition means very weapons, and troops means soldiers. So he kept very few soldiers and weapons. If someone is coming for fighting in that for the fort of Torana, if any enemy attacks that fort, definitely Adil Shah will lose. But he did not care about that fort that much, and that is why he has to pay. He had to pay, and Shivaji thus came and attacked that fort, and that is why he conquered also that fort. So that is how Adil Shah had to pay. He neglected the fort of Torana. Shivaji knew this, and exactly that is what he wanted. So Shivaji knew that Adil Shah did not care much for this fort Torana, nor many soldiers were there, nor weapons were there. So that is why this is what Shivaji wanted, and that is what they were doing also. So Shivaji was happy, and thus he decided to capture the fort and thus lay the foundation of Hindavi Swaraj. That is how Shivaji decided that we will attack Torana fort, we will capture the Torana fort, and that is how the what we can say, the foundation, the base of Hindavi Swaraj began, by conquering the fort of Torana. So this is what they are telling us about the fort Torana. So I hope you have understood. If you have not understood anything, you can tell me. Okay.